Hello, welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays,
and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics.
I'm Connor McCarthy.
I'm Nate Edelman.
I'm Brian Chong.
Poly Playbook starts now.
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Hi, I'm Joe Schatz, and I'm here at Spanos Stadium.
I'm Megan Healy here at Staples Center.
Myself will be taking on Sierra Highland, the best pitcher in Big West softball history. Let's see how this goes.
Tune in every week to Poly Playbook, right here on Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook. We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics. I'm Maya MacGregor. Poly Playbook starts now. The red-hot Cal Poly volleyball team put their winning streak to the test by taking on both CSUN and Long Beach State on the road. On Friday, the Mustangs swept CSUN to earn their 17th straight win. Junior and outside hitter Tori Van Winden dominated the match, finishing a match high of 20 kills. Then, for the second time in conference play, Cal Poly lost a set but was able to defeat Long Beach State 3-1. This time it was senior Adelaide Van Winden who led the way with 20 kills. With the two victories, Cal Poly improved to 19-1 overall and 9-0 in the Big West Conference, which is the best start in the program history, breaking the record held by the 1985 team that Tori and Adelaide Van Winden's mother played on. The Mustangs are now ranked 11th in the nation, their highest ranking this season. Two Cal Poly volleyball freshmen have played in every game this season and have been a big reason for the Mustangs' success. Lauren Kozicki has the story.
As four-year high school varsity starters and MVPs, Cal Poly freshman setter Avalon Deno Chia and middle blocker Meredith Phillips bring the hype to Mott Gym since starting every game of Big West Conference play.
It was going to happen, and so it did. It's like surreal every time. Like when I'm like standing on the end line and they call my name, like I'm like, oh my God, like that's me. It's pretty cool.
Senior outside hitter Adelaide Van Winden said the relationships in and out of practices fuel their execution and energy on the court during game time. Last year's record-breaking team created even higher stakes this year.
Roles to fill, and they stepped up and have obviously executed those tremendously beyond anybody's expectations.
The number 12 Cal Poly Mustangs are on a hot 18-game winning streak. The team has won a program record of 25 consecutive Big West matches dating back to 2016. The Mustangs are off to the best start in program history, surpassing the 1985 team that began 18-1. Lauren Kozicki, Mustang News.
The Cal Poly football team battled rival UC Davis in the 15th annual Battle of the Golden Horseshoe on Saturday.
The Cal Poly football team lost this year's Battle of the Golden Horseshoe to UC Davis 52-10. The Mustangs started out strong with a 35-yard touchdown run by senior fullback Joe PROTHEROE and a 41-yard field goal by senior kicker Alex Vega, but the Aggies overpowered the Mustangs, scoring 52 unanswered points. UC Davis used a 31-point second quarter to take control of the game, and Aggie quarterback Jake Mayer threw for 3 touchdowns in the quarter and 2 more in the next half.
Overall, we got outplayed, outcoached. I can't say it anymore. I'll take responsibility for it, and I'm not happy about it. But as young men, we have to come back, and as old men, we got to come back, and we got to face the reality that we got a long ways to go to be able to compete against the Houston Washingtons and right now the UC Davis.
PROTHEROE continued to produce on the ground with 147 yards. This is his 5th 100-yard game this year and the 19th of his career. He is now 4th in all-time rushing yards at Cal Poly.
Like for my O-line, I think that's great. Like I've run behind some of the best O-linemen, you know, in the history here. You know, Fisher, Matt Enriquez, like Tyler Wisenhunt. I mean, Harry. They're all good guys. Shawcross, Paul. You know, they all. They're the 4th best line in history of Cal Poly too. You know?
Jay Serrano, Mustang News.
Men's soccer hosted their senior night on Sunday against UC Irvine. 5 seniors were honored before the match at their last home game of the regular season. While the Mustangs were down by 2 going into the 78th minute, senior forward Sean Good converted a penalty kick to bring the Anteaters lead down to 1. 44 seconds later, Good would score another goal after being the Anteaters goalkeeper to a tie match at a 2-piece in the 79th minute. However, the comeback effort would fall short in double overtime. With 2 seconds left in the match, the Anteaters forward Ivan Canales scored a heartbreaking goal to give UC Irvine the win, 3-2. The Mustangs were all but eliminated from the playoff contention.
It was tough, but I think just taking it all in, you know, enjoying it in the moment. And, you know, I'm just so appreciative of my family flying in and our friends being here. It was awesome.
These guys have really dedicated themselves and really been true to the Cal Poly way.
The Mustangs will end their season on Saturday, October 27th, when they take on UC Santa Barbara in another edition of Blue-Green Rivalry in Santa Barbara at 5 p.m. The Cal Poly women's soccer team split games against Hawaii and Cal State Fullerton over the weekend. On Friday, the team took on Hawaii at home and gave up 4 goals. The Mustangs struggled to find a way to stop Hawaii midfielder Reza Storm Akimoto. Storm Akimoto struck early, scoring in the 5th minute, then scored 2 more times to pull up Hawaii up 3-0. The team changed its fortune on Sunday, downing Cal State Fullerton 2-1. Freshman forward Brooke Rubenstein scored a quick goal in the 3rd minute, and senior midfielder Kelly Kesloff added the winning goal in the 51st minute. The Cal Poly cross country team is preparing for the Big West Conference Championships this week. Reporter Sawyer Milam caught up with the team for their expectations.
The Cal Poly cross country team will compete in the Big West Conference Championships this Saturday. The women's team is aiming to return to the top of the conference following a second place finish last year.
Really going to take all of our top runners being on their A game on the right day. We wouldn't have it any other way if it wasn't challenging. And we want everybody to kind of come together at the right time, and everything's moving in that direction.
We've been building this whole entire season. We've got a lot of seniors, but then we've got our sophomores, and we just are gaining a lot of momentum, and I think we just want to race our hearts out, and we're looking to take that championship title.
The men's squad will try to maintain their status as the top team in the conference by capturing their 3rd straight title.
Honestly, I think it's just going to take what we've been doing all season. We've got a pretty good squad of guys. We're very deep this year. We've got a lot of guys that can interchange with others, and that if one person has an off day, there are going to be 3 or 4 more that can potentially take his place. If we just keep doing what we've been doing this season, I think we've got it in the bag. It's been a really long ride. I remember my first 2 years here. My first year I wasn't even able to race conference. My second year I did race, and we barely lost it. We were, I think, down 5 points, 2nd place to Santa Barbara. So coming from that being my first conference race to, building this team dynasty for these last 3 years, it just feels good to set something very strong in motion.
Both coaches credit San Luis Obispo and Cal Poly for giving their athletes the opportunities and resources necessary for success.
Cal Poly's had great distance teams throughout the years, dating back to the very beginning of our sport here. We have beautiful running trails, we have beautiful training weather, we have a brand new beautiful facility. We really have everything that you could ask for to build a championship team.
Just a fantastic place to run and learn, and these are some of the brightest student athletes. I just think Cal Poly, with everything we got here, offers a chance to really go out and try to achieve excellence.
Sawyer Milam, Mustang News.
The undefeated Cal Poly men's water polo team continues to make a splash. Mustang News reporter Lauren Kozicki caught up with the team.
The Cal Poly men's water polo team is currently undefeated with a record of 8-0 in the Central Pacific League and ranked as the #1 club team in the country, a title they haven't held since 2007. The goal for this team is a bid for nationals.
Honestly, we have always had a tough time playing cohesively as a team. We have no shortage of talent. We have a lot of guys that could have gone to play Division I water polo, but came here for the school aspect, the academics.
The entire club is completely student-run, meaning all of their funding for tournaments comes out of their personal wallet. This season goes from September to November and includes both an A and B team that require a tryout. Chris Dumas, head coach of the B team and a team player, had only nice things to say about his team.
We are generally a pretty fast team swimming-wise, so there's not a lot of teams in our league that can get counterattacked off us, meaning they can, get down the pool with leaving one of our men or more behind us. So that's, I think we do really well. And just defensively, all around, we're always generally a really good defensive team. So.
With practices being at least 5 days a week, the team has been preparing to head to regionals to take on Cal State Long Beach on October 27th. If the team wins on Saturday, they'll jump right back in the pool to prepare for nationals held in Arizona in early November. Lauren Kozicki, Mustang News.
The Cal Poly men's and women's dive team participated in the Lancer Dive Invitational at Cal Baptist University in Riverside. Joelle Weltner placed second for the women's team with a score of 247, and Jackson Cudmore finished third for the men's team with a score of 282. Both teams will travel to UC Santa Barbara to take on the Gauchos for the latest round of Blue-Green rivalry. The Cal Poly women's golf team took 7th place in the Pat Lesser Harboyle Invitational in Tacoma, Washington on Tuesday. Earning her first collegiate top 10 finish, Vanessa Wang led the Mustangs with a round of 71 and tied for 9th place. Caroline Cantlay posted a final round of 74 for 30th place, while Elizabeth Schultz carded a 78th place for 78 for 40th place. The team will compete at the UC Irvine Invitational at Santa Ana Country Club on October 29th through the 30th. Here's a look at some games coming up for the Mustangs this week. The men's soccer team plays UC Santa Barbara on Saturday at 5 p.m. at UC Santa Barbara. The Cal Poly football team will be away this weekend, taking on Northern Arizona University at 4 p.m. on Saturday. And it's senior night for the women's soccer team, as they will be competing against UC Santa Barbara at Spanish Stadium on Sunday at 2 p.m. Well, that's all we have for Poly Playbook Sports Action this show. You can follow us on Instagram and Snapchat, or you can log in to mustangnews.net for continuous Cal Poly sports coverage. I'm Maya MacGregor. Have a great rest of your week.